Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're going to talk about how to get up to $50,000 online for a payday loan when you have bad credit. Okay, and the thing about it, when you have bad credit, you know that you cannot. Most of the time, the banks won't work you. Some of the credit unions will work with you, but when you're trying to get a large amount of money real fast, then online would be your best option. Now, understanding that these lenders, they don't do a hard pull on your credit, so you don't have an inquiry on your credit, but they do have credit bureaus that they actually check. Okay, and so they may check your Clarity file, which is owned by Experian. They may check your DataX file, which is owned by Equifax. They may check your Factor Trust file, which is owned by TransUnion. They may even check LexisNexis. And the reason they check these files is to see if you recently defaulted on any type of payday loans or any unsecured loans recently, or if you had a recent bankruptcy. All right. Now, here's the thing about it. And speaking of bankruptcy, I'm going to show you a few lenders. So if you're in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, these lenders may be able to help you. If you're in check system, these lenders may be able to help you as well. Okay, or if you're just coming out of a bankruptcy, these lenders may be able to help you. Now, here's something that you need to know in order to almost guarantee that you're going to get approved for that loan. Here's the situation. First, in terms of, does the information match up on a credit application? So when they do a soft pull on your credit, okay, if that address that you put on the application is not matching up with the address on the that you on your credit file, that can get you denied. Also, most people don't know this. The address on your driver's license, you have to update that, because even if the police pull you over and you don't have an updated address or whatever, sometimes they can be a butt and give you a ticket for that as well. All right, so just keep that in mind. But the reason that I'm talking about the loan application, because you're trying to get a guaranteed approval, correct? So making sure that that information is accurate. All right. Now, another thing that can get your loan denied is in terms of not having enough income. All right. So you may be in a household where you have a job, your spouse has a job, your spouse has a job. Then what you need to do is make sure you include the spouse's income on your credit application, okay? So that way it gives you a higher chance of being approved for a higher limit, all right? This is something that's very important and most people don't do. Or say that you are roommating with somebody and they're taking half of the bill, they're paying half of the bills. Well, you should count their income as part of your income, okay, for the household, because they're actually contributing to the household. So in terms of helping you guarantee a larger line of credit for a larger payday loan amount, then you definitely should include that, okay? Now, in terms of lenders, these are some of the lenders. They're not tripping off of your personal credit. Like I said, they may do a soft pull, but they're not really focused on the personal credit. So then you have MoneyMutual. Like, they loan up to $5,000, but you have to at least be making $800 a month. So if it's on a job where you're receiving retirement or you're receiving Social Security benefits, then those things count, okay? You have to have a bankruptcy. Now, again, as I stated, that you may be in check systems. However, they may look over the check systems to be able to help find a lender to loan you a good amount of money for a payday loan. Now you have CashUSA. This is another lender. They do not worry about the credit. What they're mainly focused on is how long you've been on the job. How long have you been receiving another type of income? So you can be receiving retirement income, Social Security income, but how long have you been receiving that income? And most of the time, is that income over over, I would say $1,000 a month. Some of them said $800. Like I said, MoneyMutual, $800. Some lenders want you to be making at least $1,000 a month. All right, but at the same time, they're not focused on the credit. They're looking at how long you've been at the resident. That's also how long you've been staying where you're at. Um, that's a real big factor, as well as the job, how long you've been on the job. But they do loan from 500 up to 10,000, but you have to have a checking account. Also, they loan money from the casinos as well. So when you go to the casino and you lose a lot of money or whatever, it's funny how you can actually go back and borrow that money back again. So they actually do loan money from tribal lenders, which is actually the casinos. Now, you have credit loan. Again, they're not tripping off of your personal credit. Same situation. They're not even looking at income verification. Like I said, they're still going to do a soft pull somewhere, right? So you definitely don't play around with made up numbers. Now, they may ask for, you have to have a bank account. The minimum loan that they allow is from 250 up to 40,000. Okay, so they actually give you a pretty large amount of money. Now they have a 90% approval chance, and then the unfortunate thing about it, here's the unfortunate thing about their situation is that they can't help people in New York and Connecticut. But like if you're looking for a short-term payday loan for any of those other states and you want more than say $1,000 or whatever, then this is the type of lender you want to be looking at, because with bad credit they loan up to $5,000. All right. Now you have upgrade, as I was telling you about the bankruptcy, Chapter 13 bankruptcy. If you're in a bankruptcy, but you still have decent amount of income, then upgrade may be an option for you. Now their minimum score is a 560, average is a 678, but that doesn't mean that you won't be approved because you have a lower credit score, okay? Because they factor in your job, your education, how long you've been at your resident, so your DTI. They allow up to 75% debt to income ratio. Most lenders with the banks and stuff, they probably tolerate maximum maybe about 55%. So this third-party company is a fintech company. They pull a FICO 9, which we're going to talk about that. That's also important. So this type of lender, they pull FICO 9, which also gives you more leverage to build up, because it's easier to build up your FICO 9 than your FICO 8. So we're going to talk about that. But the minimum income is averaging about $78,000, but that does not disqualify you from getting approved for, like, say, a $5,000, $10,000 payday loan because of low income. All right, but like I said, in terms of their criteria, this is some of the things that you have to take into consideration. Now, in terms of the amount of trade lines you need on the credit report, is at least 2. Here's another company, Universal Credit. Minimum credit score is a 560. Average credit score is a 638. Average income is about 60,000. But again, don't let that stop you from applying. Okay, don't let that discourage you from applying. And again, they pull FICO 9 credit score. Their loans go from 1,000 up to 50,000. You have to have at least 2 accounts in their DTI, because sometimes we don't have bad credit, but we just may have maxed out our credit cards, and so that created a high debt to income ratio. And so we're trying to find a lender that would loan us money to help pay down the credit card debt so our credit score can go back up, right? So this is why I'm talking about these lenders, because they do actually look at your FICO 9 score, as well as helping you understand about your credit score also. Now, if you're trying to build up your FICO 9 so you can get other credit cards and stuff like that, then you want to go with companies like Grow Credit. There's another company called Perch, right? And so if you're paying car insurance, you're paying gym membership, you're paying utilities, These type of things, they can report as a trade line. You also have Experian Boost that can help as well. Now, if you're paying rent, or say that you're paying rent but you're paying cash or money order or whatever, then what you want to do, you want to sign up with a company like Plastic, PLASTIQ.com, and then they you want to send your payments, hook up your credit card or debit card through them, send your payments to whoever you're paying your rent to through them. And so then these rental people, they would actually report your rent, and they actually report up to 2 years of rental payments. That's good, especially if you're trying to get to that next level, for it's trying to get more money for investments, or you're trying to get more money, or you're even trying to buy your first home or get into real estate investing. Okay, so to have rental payments, consistent rental payments on the credit file, so that you can get an FHA mortgage to show the consistency and being able to make payments and stuff on rent and stuff, that makes a difference. Now, also FICO 9, adding authorized users. Authorized users help build up the credit file. It won't help on FICO 8, because with FICO 8, you're looking at more of your traditional banks like Bank of America, Citibank, Chase, some of your smaller banks. They're focused on your FICO 8 credit score for new loans and credit cards and stuff. So your authorized users, your rent payments, your subscriptions, that's going to help your FICO 9. So looking at which lenders actually work with your FICO 9. Now, if you need to get access to your FICO score, because it's different between your FICO score and your FICO and your Vantage score, because your FICO score is what most of your lenders, 90% of your lenders, they look at. Okay, so when you go to Credit Karma, you see you have a 700. That 700, bro, may actually be maybe a 620. So that's the reason you have to, even like with some of the credit card companies like American Express, they'll give you your Vantage 3, right? So your Vantage 3 credit score, but they pull your FICO 8. So you see the confusion that may happen. But if you're trying to get good higher limit or payday loans, then those are the lenders, because they pull, they don't do a hard pull on the credit. They may only pull your FICO 9. Okay, for some of the lenders. The other ones, like I said, they're going to do a soft pull just to make sure that you haven't defaulted on any other loans. All right. So if you have any questions about personal credit, business credit, again, get your FICO. If you want to get your FICO score and for me to take a look at your credit report, click the link in the description. Get the $39.99 program, because it's going to give you more data points. So if you get the $39.99 program and then schedule a 30-minute consultation, I'll go over with you line by line in terms of your credit report, as well as if you're trying to get it fixed, then you'll know exactly what questions to ask a person if they're going to be fixing your credit, so you know exactly that if they're doing it right. Okay, so this is Houston with Three-Way Funding. For those of you just finding the YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.